Alright, we do not have very many levels available to us. So there's War of the Spire B, but that's... I mean, we tried it once before in this playthrough with a totally different comp. I firmly believe it's the hardest scenario in the game. There's Unfettered Shard, which is also a really hard one, that I want to scale a little bit more before we go to. Unfettered line is done. Lurker line, we are calendar gated before we can go play the next one. The next one's really, really easy, and I was thinking about it earlier. My team can beat it in like 3 turns. I think exactly 3 turns. My team can beat it and get multiple masteries. I could play Raven's Roost, I guess. I don't really need to. The main reason you play this scenario is to get the Into the Forest achievement, which I have. We need retirement goals on my characters. I did completely forget about that. I've thought about it multiple times, but I just keep forgetting. I thought I already did merchant class. Maybe it was the other. It was the other money one, wasn't it? Yeah, I have a certain amount of money. Let's say so. Complete 12 challenges. The only problem is I don't really want to retire anybody super soon, and 12 challenges is not going to take very long. So we'll take merchant class on Banner Spear, and then collect 5 different types of herbs or build 12 buildings. We already have both 24 and 42, so we'll take both build 12 buildings. Do we have 85 as well? We do have 85. So what's the secondary on that? 21, I believe we have that too, don't we? Isn't that the oh no, we don't have 21. All right, that's fine. We still don't have the tavern. But oh well. Do I? Oh, I don't have one on drill either. Is this going to be the 2 that I just put back? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. The Invasion of the Dock storyline. So we need to work on that. But that does unlock all of... Where are the things down here? That does unlock all of these, which is good. So I guess we'll head towards that. I don't know. I don't really remember how hard this first level is. Or I don't really know. Because I was able to completely cheese it with Snowflake. And now that I think about it, I can completely cheese it with Deathwalker too. So that's a little bit sad. But I mean, I guess we'll do it anyway. So we can go to the Invasion of the Dock, or we can play Caravan Guards. And I think otherwise we've literally played every other level that we have access to, which is kind of crazy, because we just have these super difficult ones. So it's either Raven's Roost or Invasion of the Docks. So we'll do the Invasion of the Docks. Invasion of the Docks sounds like it happens in Frosthaven, which would mean we don't get a road event. Correct? Yeah, happens in Frosthaven, so no road event. The snare is complete when the artificer occupies any G. At the end of that round, read a thing. This seems loud. The tranquility of your breakfast is broken by cries of alarm echoing through the town. Dock workers and peddlers flee past with fear in their eyes. Abandoning your salted fish and dried fruits, you rush to the docks to find them under siege, with attackers coming in from 2 directions at once. You approach the mayhem. Approaching the mayhem, you realize 2 of the forces are actually battling each other, and whatever gets in their way. They appear to be focusing their attacks on the Harbormaster's office, from which you hear a feeble cry for help. Choked with skirmishing Able-Eye and lurkers, the waterfront avenues are all but impassable. This will force you to get creative if you want to rescue whomever is trapped in the office. All able scouts and piranha pigs in the scenario are allies to each other, and enemies to both you and other monster types. So scouts and pigs are allies. Use the ally attack modifier deck for the scouts and pigs, though they're still enemies to us. If no characters have ended their turn adjacent to the artificer, who does not start on the map, by the end of the 12th round, the scenario is lost. When the door is opened, read the thing. And that's that. So we just have to get into the second room relatively quickly. And I'm pretty sure that the artificer is just like here, and then they're trying to run all the way to the edge. Which is something that Deathwalker completely cheeses, because we just move shadows and then we can teleport them because they're an ally to us. Does that guy really only have 7 health on monster level 5? 6 health on lightning eels is really nice. 12 health on mine snippers, 14 on wave throwers. Claw crushers are tanky. Only 7 health on scouts and 11 on pigs. So scouts and pigs... Oh, we're totally surrounded. Okay. Scouts and pigs are enemies to the lurkers. And scouts and pigs use the ally deck. Okay. Have 1 or more cards in your hand each time you rest. Never play your lower initiative card. Collect loot while adjacent to enemies. I guess we'll go for that again on banner. I do want to pick up a lot of loot, so maybe I'll throw the loot card back in here. Pincer move 1, loot 1. I would also like to get the other mastery here if possible, which means playing Unbreakable Wall. So maybe we don't bring Rallying Cry here. We just got a new disarm card, and we're probably not playing the banner. Given that we need to be rushing into room 2 as fast as possible. And Pincer Move can get the battle goal for us. It's a very good card for getting the battle goal. 16 health, that's nice. I guess we don't really want Deathwalker in the back, do we? Maybe we go like this, and we can just start with a Boldening Glow onto this guy. I don't love Deathwalker being positioned here, but it's probably fine. Drill can destroy this obstacle to go pressure up, or even this one to go pressure up. Scouts aren't too bad, and pigs are probably going to reach us, but if we're just faster on Drill than Deathwalker, it won't be an issue. So, well, let's see what everybody else's thing. Never kill an enemy, never long rest, never exit a room with loot tokens. I think we can do the loot tokens one. It's worth 2 checks, and I just think that Drill just needs to do this room, and then I'll get everything in this room, which is just 6 tokens. That shouldn't be too bad, and then we just won't leave the boat on Drill. I think we can just leave with the other characters and we'll be fine. 2 or more enemies in the same round, no more than 2 hexes each turn. I barely have moves that are more than 2 hexes per turn. I do think I want to bring Lingering Rot. And maybe Rest in Shade. Definitely Dark Fog. Maybe not Rest in Shade. Maybe just Dark Fog. But Lingering Rot. For sure. I think we can drop Shadow Step. I don't think we need the initiative or the attack 3. Maybe I don't bring Lingering Rot. I don't have potions to buff it up, so it is just like a one-time AoE, but it is a pretty good AoE. Oh, no, we don't need it because we hit level 4 and now we have Fleeting Dusk. Okay. So we'll play Slowpoke because teleporting is not moving. So we can teleport way more than 3 hexes per turn. And so the only thing we have to do is make sure we don't move 3 with Call of Doom. Or move 3 with Deepening Despair. We can just move 2, but that's fine, right? So we'll start Call to the Abyss and Fleeting Dusk so that we can get set up and get a shadow out. We will start Boldening Blow with what? We could increase the damage of it with Resolved Courage. We could... I mean, there's really not much else to do, is there? I would love to try to get the mastery. So the mastery is hit at least 3 enemies with 3 different AoE attack abilities. So that's Unbreakable Wall, which isn't the easiest to line up. We would need... I guess if this is destroyed, it's a lot easier. And then Resolved Courage is not bad at all to get. And then the final one is Let Them Come. So we'll have to try to get all of those. All enemy ranged attacks have push 1. Okay. We'll just have to see what that ends up doing. Not too bad. And then this will unlock our first perk from challenges. So definitely Boldening Blow. I just don't think that the other card matters too much. So trying to think of what I'm not going to miss. Maybe I won't miss Tip of the Spear. And, like, we'll take some damage on turn 1, but it's fine. Then here we'll go Processing with Ancient Drill so that we can destroy the obstacle and go Way Pressure up and make sure we're positioned in a good spot. Because it's also possible pigs just don't move. And then I can, like, move up here in Processing or something. And that's everybody. Oh, and our pet, I definitely think we're doing Snow Imp for the move too. Actually, no, let's do Forest Imp, because we've got Wound coming out of Piranha Pigs with every attack. And so having access to an extra heal, I think is going to be pretty important. Move and attack for less. So an attack into banner, then we've got 7, 2, and 1. So extra move, this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, and hit Deathwalker. And this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and hit Deathwalker. So into banner, attack for 3. It would do 4. We'll block 3, so we take 1 and a wound. Then into Deathwalker, Deathwalker attacks for 2. They deal 4. That's not too bad. That could have been worse. And then finally into banner, attack for 2. It does 3. We'll block 2. And take 1. Then we get banner. So Tip of the Spear, no point in doing anything with it. We will just Boldening Blow. So attack for 4, disarm, target the elite. Let's suffer our wound damage. Hey, there's that rolling +1. Attack for 4 does 7 on turn 1. It'll disarm. We get to bless both allies. And then when we bless Drill, Energizing Baton, when you apply a positive condition to an ally, a different ally within range 3 gains the same condition. So 1 bless here, and then 2 blesses here. Yeah, I don't want to throw Stonewall Potion right now because Deathwalker's wounded. And so that would be kind of wasteful. What are the scouts doing? Standing still and attacking with poison. That's fine. I wonder if it's possible for me to get one of these pigs up here. I don't think so. It would just be really cool if I could. I guess I could theoretically like Ancient Drill or Rocket Boots and push this guy down here, and then this right here is a formation. I could immobilize all 3 of them and then move away. That's an idea. We get Deathwalker, who will suffer from the wound. I get to make a shadow adjacent to me and set Call to the Abyss. So please just let me click on it. I don't know why you do this game. That was so hard. I think just right here makes sense. Because I'm probably targeting these guys, right? Then Drill, we will just Processing to go pressure up, and then destroy the obstacle next to us to go pressure up. And then now we can walk around. We can hit both of these guys. We'll probably do a B-max. I got lots of possibilities. Oh, okay. We did the wrong deck. So we'll we'll switch it. The lurkers and the lightning eels will be the ally deck, and the pigs and scouts will be the deck that I've already been using. It'll make no difference because they're the exact same. So what are we doing here? I could 1, 2, 3, 4 and meat grinder. And that is very tempting because that seems really good. Only this guy is attacking. And then Banner Spear doesn't have that much tanking left. But that feels really good. Another possibility would be to like move Deathwalker back and use Let Them Come to heal the wound off of both of these. And then I could hit these two guys with poison. But it does bring Deathwalker to be susceptible down here. I could Resolved Courage and hit these guys and then move up. So we have a lot of possibilities. A lot of them. I wonder if it would be possible to get all my characters up here so that they line up for an unbreakable wall. That would be kind of tempting. I would have to like teleport Deathwalker over though to not move more than 2. And that might just be trying to force the mastery too hard. I don't know. I like that. I like that. So let's go move 4 with Meat Grinder. On Deathwalker, I will, I'll just attack 1 targeting adjacents, or targeting both of these guys, just to get, the problem is I don't want to draw the blesses on that. Also, I kind of want to quickly get out of the way so that I don't get targeted. I could Fluid Knight, but I don't necessarily want to kill. Actually, it wouldn't be a big deal if I kill. So we'll do Fluid Knight and Forceful Spirits to teleport here and attack with the Shadow. It's going to get me low, but I won't be targeted unless the scouts are hitting multi-targets at range, which is possible, but I don't think it's that likely. Then on Drill, what are we doing? These guys are going to be low. I want to move Drill way up to hit the scouts. So I guess like Rocket Boots, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could just Rocket Boots, Bronze Plating to go back up in pressure and Electrical Discharge this guy and just try to kill him. It's not the most efficient use of all of my stuff. It would be better and make more sense to just move down here and B-max and hit these two guys. You know what? I think I kind of like that. Let's play Rocket Boots with B-max, and then I'm just going to play another move card. And the move card itself doesn't have to be anything special. We can just do, like, Super Heat Transfer. It won't matter. This is not the best plan. Also, the pigs outsped the Deathwalker, which is annoying, but we can counterplay that with Boots of Speed. And I don't think going at 14 messes anything up. Scouts are moving and looting. That's very nice. That's very, very nice. Okay, this is a beautiful plan. So, Banner Spear is going to start. What's her thing? Loot. Okay. Move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Meat Grinder. Attack for 4, attack for 4. So, left and then right. It does 4 and 5. And it will wound both. And that's just that. That's very good. That is very, very good. Banner Spear is done. Drill is going to move 2. Set ice, I guess, with Super Heat Transfer. It doesn't matter. We just moved 1 with the Super Heat Transfer. So move 1, set ice. Well, no, it's move 2, but then I'm going to B-max. So I'll double pressure down. I'll suffer 1 damage, and I will hit both of these guys for 4. So left and then right. Oh. I wanted my pressure higher than this, but move 3 jump. Dang it, move 3 jump doesn't work. Okay, well, let's just draw one of the pressure ups, hopefully. Dang it. I don't think I said which one, so left and then right is reading order. So I deal 5, and then I miss. Dang it. And then now move 3 isn't enough because I go here, and then this guy comes here, this guy comes here. Oh, wait, no, Deathwalker is first. Deathwalker is before this guy because I used boots. I forgot about that. So Deathwalker would first teleport here and then attack this gentle pig for 5 with Fluid Knight. And kill. And then we get to replace the shadow. I think I'm going to place it under banner. And so Deathwalker gets there, and then Drill does his turn, and now Drill has move 3. Move 3 jump, and I wanted it to be, I was thinking it was going to be move 6 jump. I don't know why I was thinking it was going to be high pressure still. Because BMAX obviously moves me down. Moving me down 2 was really unfortunate. So I could go here. The problem is that it messes with the formation that I wanted to do. I really wish there would be a way for me to set up the let them come formation, but that definitely does not exist. So I think I'll move here, and I'm just going to go ahead and just completely waste it. Oh, no, I have Forest Imp, not Snow Imp. All right, then I'll just come here. Sad. Oh, pigs aren't even moving. With all of that, I did not realize that they were standing still. Okay, well, this guy's just going to attack. Then it didn't matter what I did with Drill. Attack for 4. It'll miss. Okay. And we were wounded anyway. This guy will come here. This guy will come here. And then they loot. Alright, well, I feel dumb now. Is there a way for me to pressure down with my top? No. If I could pressure down with my top, then Electrical Discharge would move and stun. But it still works for me to just move up here and attack and stun. So maybe Steam Armor, move for 2, go up to high pressure, Electrical Discharge, go down to low, and then Power Core to heal up. Although I don't really need the Power Core to heal up. But still, moving up, going up in pressure, hitting with Electrical Discharge sounds quite good. These guys did not group up, so I don't get an Unbreakable Wall. I just need one more loot pile, and then Pincer Move can get me the thing. I think it makes the most sense to just do Let Them Come and to heal up Deathwalker. Unfortunately, Javelin doesn't pull anything in, and I don't really get anything out of Combined Effort. I could move here and Let Them Come this guy. But I still don't get anything out of Javelin. I guess I'll just Resolved Courage and Let Them Come and heal up Deathwalker. Oh, right now I do have to move. That's fine. Then Deathwalker herself. We've got one shadow we can use. We do have Dark. So I could Black Barrage out of it. I could Call of Doom and just hit multiple targets. If this guy's low, that's actually pretty good. So let's just go after Banner and Call of Doom, and hopefully we kill this guy. And then Drill, we already know what we're doing. Pig, that's Feast. So pigs are just going to stand still and heal for the damage they deal. So no problems at all here. Banner Spear will go first. I'll back up here. That gives me the Let Them Come formation towards the pig, which will miss. Dang, miss is definitely not what I wanted to see. But we do get to heal 2 on both of these characters, which is nice. Then Deathwalker. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get multiple hits, multiple kills here. But we'll go ahead and Eagle Eye Goggles, Call of Doom, and we'll leave the pig marked. So attack for 2 into the pig. It does deal 4, and we'll leave it marked. And then attack for 1 into the scout, and muddle it. It does nothing. Okay. Drill. Oh. That's so unsatisfying. I think I'll go after the pig. Unfortunately, these guys just did not group up the way I wanted them to. Because now that I just have move 2, because Banner Spear went here, if I go here, this guy gets to attack, which means he gets to heal. Or it means that I have to hit him with the stun, but, like, he's going to die to wound next turn anyway, so I don't really want to do that. So I'll move 2, pressure up, set fire. Move 2, pressure up, set fire. Then attack, we are in high pressure. So it's attack for 3, stun, poison. And it'll deal 3 and stun, poison. And then we go down to low. Pig, this guy's stunned. This guy's wounded. Scouts, muddled, and then regular. We take 3. And we take 3. We still took a surprisingly high amount of damage, but it should be okay. Let's see. This guy dies to the wound, which means we don't want to hit him. We just want to wait for his shadow to come out. So I think it makes some sense to just play Deadbolt and just, like, attack at range and mark. And maybe, like, Dark Fog with that, and we can, like, move shadows or something. Not a super difficult room by any means we have going on here, so we don't need to really worry, I don't think. I think I just, like, combined effort here to hit this guy and hit it relatively hard. And if we go after this guy, move 1, loot 1 would get us the battle goal. That just leaves drill down here, so I'm thinking I just go late. I'm already low pressure, so I'll heal up with power core and just do a default attack with the thing. These guys outspeed me and back up, which is really annoying. So I think I'm going to use boots on Banner Spear to outspeed the scouts, so that Banner Spear is first. I'll combined effort on the guy on the right. It will deal 4 and wound. And then I don't really want to play the move 1, loot 1 because it messes up the loot setup for the mastery. But maybe, I mean, I'm not going to get it off anywhere any other time, so I'll go ahead and do that. Move 1, loot 1. Now we get the scouts, so this one will back up and attack for 3 into Banner. It does 4, and it will impair. This guy will back up and attack for 3 into Deathwalker. It'll deal 3 and impair, which is actually a fairly high amount of damage, but I think we're okay. Pigs, we get regular attack, so attack for 4. It does 3, and it'll wound. This guy dies to wound, which gives a shadow. And then finally attack for 3, which does 3, and I have armor, so I'll block 3. Deathwalker, what did I play? Move shadows and attack at range. So let's just hit this guy. So attack for 3 into him with Deadbolt. Yeah. Unfortunately, draws the bless. But that gets us another shadow. We could either move 2 to just pick up the loot, or move a shadow. Ooh, I can place the shadow here, and I'll move a shadow with my bottom, and then next turn we can Deepening Despair and pick up the loot. Drill will suffer from the wound. Then heal 5, go up in pressure, and then just a default attack 2 into the poisoned guy. It does 4. And drill is done. We need to end next to the guy by the end of the 12th round, so we got plenty of time still. End round is over. Drill seems pretty safe to just long rest here. I need to go up and pressure 1, and then long resting can move me up and pressure again, and then B-max here will be pretty decent for getting a kill. Banner, I'll just hit this guy at range. That'll be fine, and then pick up loot. Didn't get off any of the triple formations, unfortunately. So Deathwalker, this guy's next to 2 shadows, so we will hit him for 4 with Deepening Despair. And it does 4. And then we'll just move 2. Banner, Javelin, attack for 3, so a 0 kills. Okay, nice. That'll give us another shadow, and then move 2. Let's make sure this loot is visible, because we do have a Miser. I also forgot about the Beguiling Force pushing my characters. The only difference it would have made is that Deathwalker would not have been able to pick up that loot. Because both my characters would have just been pushed down 1, but it wouldn't have affected their last turns at all, because we did ranged attacks. I think I would have been pushed this way, because I think the Piranha Pig was still alive when this guy attacked Banner. But that's fine. And then we just move here on Banner. So we have now fixed the Beguiling Force. Hopefully we remember it for the next room. I'm not in water, so this is just 2 strengthened attacks, though. So attack for 5. And it does 5. That hurts a lot. And then attack for 4. And it does 3. Then the Scouts. And finally Drill. Suffer 1, heal 2. Wow, we took a lot. No use for flexible slippers. Okay. Could drop processing, power core, bronze plating, maybe steam armor. Yeah, let's drop steam armor. And we can go up in pressure during the long rest. Long rest on Banner. Long rest on Deathwalker. And then here, B-max hits both. Not likely to kill both, but possible. Oh, bronze plating. And then we just need a +1 on this guy and a -1 on this one. We are first, so we'll go ahead and bronze plating. It puts us to overpressure, which doesn't make a difference. Either way, we still suffer a damage and then go down to regular. So this guy, then this guy, we need a +1 and then a -1. Exactly as I called it. Literally exactly as I called it. No, we're not wounded because we long rested, right? I'll use the boots to loot the bottom hex. Good job, Drill. Good job, Drill. Here we just get heal 2 and a heal 2. And we also get to grant somebody a move with tireless leadership. So I think I'll move Drill here. And then that way Drill can just spend this next turn healing with power core. Is there any way for me to go down in pressure with my top? I don't think so. Because I would love to be on that lower rung, but I don't think it can happen. Because I don't believe that you can do just power down on electrical discharge top. You know what? I'm going to look it up and find out if it works the same way like element creation does. Okay, I was right. It works exactly like I thought. I can't use electrical discharge top to go down in pressure without targeting anything. So that's fine. We'll just miss out on the 1 health and experience from Power Core. And then we'll just go ahead and... Oh, okay. I didn't end the previous round. Will be important to mark that, though. So we'll do Power Core with processing, and then we need to do the long rests on these characters. Let's see. I guess I want to try to keep all my 3-target formations, because we have the chance to potentially make it work. And I still have the chance to potentially get my battle goal with Pincer Move. Maybe I'll drop Meat Grinder, but I really want to keep the heal. Oh, I lost the regroup heal. Ugh, that's kind of rough. I really wanted to regroup on my characters before going into the next room. I guess we can drop Combined Effort. I don't know. I don't love it. Maybe we'll drop Tip of the Spear. On Deathwalker... Let's see. I want to keep Strength of the Abyss, Deepening Despair, Dark Fog, Deadbolt. Anger of the Dead doesn't need to stay. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me by a lot. So I guess we'll just Deadbolt and move everything over in that direction. Maybe Black Barrage and move everything over that way. We need to make sure we pick up all of the loot for our allies. So maybe I'll just move 2 on this turn. Let's just Call of Doom to move 2. I might want to set Strength of the Abyss going into the next room. So let's play... Maybe I play Fleeting Dusk. Play Deepening Despair, I think. And then here... I think I'm just going to Meat Grinder and heal myself. So Deathwalker... It's just move 2 is what I settled on, right? Yeah. Move 2, get the loot. Banner Spear, it's move 3, heal 1, regenerate self, get the loot. And Drill, it's just heal 4, go up in pressure, and then nothing with processing. So either heal 4, go up in pressure, or go up in pressure, heal. Well, then it would just be heal 3. So definitely in that order. And we're done. So I'm not really ready to open the door, but we do kind of need to be getting over there so that we can end adjacent to the thing. When it's move 2 per round. Okay, it says turn, not round. So if I use Combined Effort to move Deathwalker up, that doesn't happen on her turn. It just happens during the round. So I don't lose anything because of that. I think I do just want to move Drill up quite a bit. I guess Rocket Boots is a move 4 jump, so that can get me to the water, which is pretty good. And then next turn, Super Heat Transfer will move and get me to overpressure. So I like that. And then Banner Spear is just going to use Combined Effort to get her and Drill up to the door. So I want to go after Drill, which 32 does perfectly. And Deathwalker is just going to move all of her shadows and save the teleport. So Drill, move 1, 2, 3, 4 with jump. Should have looted that last turn. I hadn't looted it previously because the Banner Spear moved me there on her long rest, so I didn't end my turn there until last turn. Move 4, jump with Rocket Boots. We're still high pressure, Banner Spear is move 2, grant an ally move 2. I guess I could go ahead and Forest Imp. Because everybody heals from it. But maybe we'll hold off. I could have Energizing Baton to the Regenerate. Although Deathwalker doesn't need it that badly. Deathwalker is just going to move all shadows 3. And is pretty happy. Is pretty happy with the way she's set up, I think. So it definitely makes sense to me to just Fluid Knight with Dark Fog, move a shadow 5, and then attack for 5. Move 4 makes a lot of sense. Move 4, we'll see exactly where we can go, and maybe I can let them come. If there's an enemy that I can hit right here in one of these 3 spots, then I can let them come to heal up Drill. Drill will just go as late as possible, let things come up. We can either move 1 with Suitor Heat Transfer to get to Overpressure and then potentially Ancient Drill, or move 3 with Ancient Drill and hit something for 1, maybe destroy an obstacle if it helps. We'll have to see. So, Banner first, move 4. We need to remember to do the right decks for things, and that the Lurkers are against the Scouts and the Pigs, which helps us quite a bit, I think. It also looks like Person C is not where I thought they were. I thought they were right here, so we actually only have 3 turns, and we need to get a lot further than I thought we did. Oops. So let's read what we got going on. 129.2. You fight your way onto the Cinnabar, a boat that simply docked on the wrong day and got caught in the chaos. You find a violent confrontation on the deck between the Abelai and the Lurkers. The office is on the far side of the boat, but the loading plank has been raised, so it's time to get creative. Whenever any character starts their turn adjacent to Shipmast A, they may spend 2 movement points to swing on the rigging into the Harbormaster's office. The first time a character swings into the Harbormaster's office, read 111.2. Alright, well, we need to rush into doing that, so I guess I'm going to try to get Drill there. Whenever a character starts their turn adjacent to A, they may spend 2 movement points. So, I want to get there really, really soon. I do have 1, 2, 3 movement points left on Banner Spear right now. The problem is that just puts me in quite a bad spot. Let's see what everybody's doing, because I would be the focus of a lot if I go there. So we've got Pigs, Scouts, Wave Thrower, Mind Snipper, and Claw Crusher. So that's probably all 5. Everybody but Lightning Eels. Scouts moving and hitting less. Pigs moving and hitting less. Wave Throwers moving less and hitting extra. Claw Crushers hitting less, making you suffer. And Mind Snippers hitting at range with push and getting extra push from the thing. Honestly, feels like it could have been a lot worse. The only Wave Thrower is up here, so he'll be pushing at range. Scouts are moving and attacking, so, I mean, this guy's just going to hit here. This guy's going to hit here. This guy's going to hit here. Claw Crusher would hit Banner. And we can't use the shield on the hit, but he's just attacking for 2. And so we just don't use any shields on it. This Pig will hit Banner, but we can use shields on that. Yeah, I'm cool with this. And so I guess we can just do an attack 2. So we'll do it into the Pig. And it does 2. I didn't have high hopes or expectations. And then we get Pigs. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 10. And looks like that's how they'll go. So the Pigs use the wrong deck. This guy takes 1. Attack for 2 right here. This guy takes 2. And then this guy goes into Banner. Attack for 2. It would do 4. We'll block 3 and take 1. That finishes the pigs. Then Deathwalker, I move a shadow for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can attack something with Fluid Knight. Move 5, attack with Fluid Knight. So let's hit that. I guess I don't want to hit the pig. I want to hit the Mind Snipper. Yeah, I definitely want to target the Mind Snipper. So attack for 5 into the Mind Snipper. We'll Eagle Eyes it. Yeah, there we go. It does 10. And it'll leave this thing marked. And now I think I can kill it with Drill this turn, but I might not have enough movement. No, I will. I will. Because Mind Snipper doesn't have to hit Drill. Okay, beautiful turn out of Deathwalker. Beautiful turn. Claw Crusher, he's multi-target, isn't he? So he'll hit Banner Spear and then Pig. So attack for 2 into Banner, it does 3. And then into Pig, it does 2. And there's no leaf. I didn't use any shield, so we don't have to worry about that. Mind Snipper, attack for less. So it's attack for 2, target 4 in range 3. So he will hit Drill. And because of the Beguiling Force, he pushes 3. So there's no way Drill's going to be reaching. Banner Spear can't be pushed because this is an obstacle. And this thing can be pushed. So first into Drill, it's attack for 2, it does nothing. Into Banner, attack for 2, it would do 3, and he has Pierce 3. Okay, that sucks. I'm not going to die, am I? No, I'm not. And then finally into... Oh, actually, I was doing the wrong deck. I did the wrong deck for all of these. I hate this. Okay, so this is the Claw Crusher attacking Banner. Let's see. I had like 7 health, right? And so he only does 1. And then his attack into Piranha Pig does 3. And then now this is Mind Snipper attacking Drill. It misses. And then into Banner, it does 2. And then into Piranha Pig, it does 1. Then the Scouts use this deck. So this guy sees 1, 2 to get onto the Wave Thrower. He attacks and does 4. Then the only Wave Thrower, he's attacking for +2. He sees this pig because they were fastest. So attack for 4. It does 8. Finally, Drill, I don't think has Rocket Boots. No. Just Ancient Drill. So move 3. 1, 2, 3. Or just move 1 and go up in pressure. But I think I just move 3. To get close to this guy, because I would love to just move 2 and kill this guy next turn. So with that in mind, I think I'll short rest. And I'm fine with losing Super Heat Transfer, because just move 2 and B-Max is really good, I think. So we'll just go relatively fast. I don't think I need Rocket Boots, although pushing into this trap would be really nice, but it's kind of hard to do with this crate here. Banner Spear, I just want to go really fast and use a bunch of movement to go through this thing to get to the other side, because we have to get to C by round 12, which is very awkward. Deathwalker wants this thing to die, then I get a shadow right here, and then I could move the shadow 1, 2, 3, and I could attack all of these guys with Fleeting Dusk, and I love that. Other than I don't have Eagle Eye Goggles. What if I just long rest here? Is that too troll? I think it's extremely troll, but it's what I'm gonna do. So I just want to move 2 and B-Max these guys and save Rocket Boots to potentially push into the damage trap, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. So I guess I could just move 2 with Electrical Discharge. It's not the end of the world. B-Max might just be fast enough, though. I don't know. I don't like all of those decisions. So Banner Spear, we're starting our turn adjacent to the thing, and then I'm just doing a move to... Yeah, I guess nothing I did was going to be super good, was it? We've got the Swiftness Potion, so we'll make... We have a move 5 jump. We spend 2 movement points to go on the mast to read 112.2. With the crash of shattered glass, you are through the office window, surprising both sides of the battle that still rages inside. In the corridor, a rotund Valorath has barricaded himself against the ongoing onslaught, but it doesn't look like the overturned desk is going to last much longer. "Help me," he pleads, as another chair is exploded into shrapnel by the swinging claws and gnashing teeth. Place the swinging character in any B. Okay. Open. So we still had 3 points of movement left with jump. So we can go 1, 2, 3 and index to C. Which is most likely what we'll do. From now on, any character can spend 2 movement points to move from any hex adjacent to A to any empty B. C represents the Artificer, an ally to you and an enemy to all monsters, with initiative of 99 for the purpose of focusing. He has... It was 17 health, I think is what I just saw. Yeah. 5 times 3. 5 times 3 plus 2 is 17. If he dies, the scenario is lost. At the start of each listed round, spawn the following monsters at the listed location based on player count. The first time anybody ends their turn adjacent to the Artificer, they read the thing. So let's see what the monsters look in there before we decide if we want to end next to him. We still have 2 more rounds before we lose. Odd rounds. So at the start of each round. So next round would be 11, which is an odd. We get an Elite Claw Crusher at D, which is here. Okay, and this pathway has opened up now, so we can send shadows over this direction to help. So 1 Elite Claw Crusher at D, 1 normal Wave Thrower at E, 1 normal Pig at F, and 1 Elite Pig at F on even rounds. We win when the Artificer reaches G, although we don't know that yet. There are also 2 chests for us to pick up. So if I just get a shadow here and a shadow here, then the Artificer can instantly win. I don't want to ever leave the second room on drill because we have Miser. We actually haven't even left the first room yet. We've done Slowpoke so far. I think we're just moving shadows for the rest of the scenario. We have Miser. We have not gotten Pickpocket, and that will be hard unless I can kill something. But so let's see. Pigs are against Claw Crushers, so this over here is a relatively safe place. What is the Scout doing? The Scout is attacking at range, so that makes me want to be like over here. Because this way he would target this rather than targeting either Banner or Banner's buddy. And do we really want Banner's buddy to start running that way? If he moves 2 per turn, yeah, no, I think we want to wait. So there's no point in attacking for 2, I don't think. So yeah, I think we'll just end our turn here. But before we do end our turn, we'll go ahead and Forest Imp. We saved it so that we could use it to remove some wound, just in the way we did. And I've got Stonewall Potion. We can give that to the buddy when he needs it. But for now, he's initiative 99, so he won't be focused. Drill. We're just going to move 2. Boom, boom. And then B-Max. So attack for 4, attack for 4. Poison onto the guy who's healthy. cool. We do kill the first one, and then into the Claw Crusher, he will take 3 and a poison, and we kill this guy, which means we get a shadow out of him, which is very, very good. Very, very, very good. Drill is done. Drill can now no longer leave this room as there is a loot token, but I don't think that'll be an issue. Mine Snipper. We killed the one in here, so there's just this one over here. Who does he see? I guess he sees pigs, right? He would see this pig. He attacks for 4, and he'll set dark. And it does 3, and then it pushes for 1. He's multi-target, so then he also sees this pig. And it misses, and it pushes for 1. And then it is the pigs, so we have an elite, and then a bunch of normals over here. So first, this elite's going to go after the Claw Crusher. He moves here, he attacks for 4 into shield 2. It does 2 and will wound. That guy's 8. I know we've got faster ones over here. So guy number 7 and then guy number 10. Guy number 6 and then 7 and then 8 and then 10. So attack for 3. It does no damage into shield. Attack for 4 because he's adjacent to his allies. It does 5. Attack. This guy would target right here. So attack for 3. It does 2. And then finally, attack for 4 right here will kill. Claw Crusher. This guy just sees drill. This guy's faster. He would see moving right here and hitting 2 targets. So attack for 2 poison, attack for 2 poison. He does 1 and 0. And then this guy just sees drill. Attack for 2 poison. It does 3 and poisons. Wave Thrower. Let's see. This is the cleave or the 2 twin claws. It shouldn't matter because he can't hit both. Yeah, he would need a lot of movement to come down here. So he just attacks for 3. And he does 5. And he suffers from his wound. That's that Wave Thrower. This Wave Thrower died, so there's not much left in this room over here. The Scout, he sees the Claw Crusher because he was faster, right? Yeah, so attack for 4, basically attack for 2. It does 3, and it will poison. And Deathwalker Long Rest, which allows us to move a shadow for 3. So I wanted to put it here and do a big AoE on Deathwalker, because that's something we can do. But I think a better goal is just going to be to win the scenario, right? So we'll just work towards that. I can move a shadow for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just barely not enough. But also it is. So I want to get an extra shadow in this room so that I can have 2 for Deepening Despair. So I think what I'm going to do is move the shadow for 5 with Dark Fog and attack with Fleeting Dusk to mark this Claw Crusher. It's not going to do very much damage, but it'll mark him so that I get an extra shadow. And then when I just move a shadow for 3 and move a shadow for 3, it'll be really easy to get the crate objective guy over into G. Deathwalker can long rest here, and then we just need to move 4 next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should always end adjacent to this guy, unless the pigs block. So hopefully the pigs don't block. Hopefully we can kill this Claw Crusher this turn. Drill, we're kind of just screwing around, I think. All of these guys are going to be fighting this Claw Crusher. I guess Rocket Boots to push this Claw Crusher this way is actually, like, super effective, isn't it? Also, I didn't go down in pressure when I used B-Max, which makes me wonder if I got my experience and suffered my damage. I probably didn't. I really like rocket boots, and I guess I'll just do processing to pick up the... I guess I'll ancient drill to destroy this and go up in pressure. I really like my turn overall, I think. Mine Snipper, multi-target, reduced damage attack, still just target 2, resets dark. So attack for 2, 3, because they're both poisoned. Elite, normal. It does 2 and 6. So it kills this guy, which is unfortunate. That was the only Mine Snipper. Pigs, just set retaliate and wound. Over here they do move though. So this guy sees 1, 2, 3, and this guy sees 1, 2. So much for pushing this guy into them. And then they all set retaliate too. Drill, I mean, I can still push him into them a little bit, right? So I will... Oh, that's who I have already. Move and destroy the obstacle to go up in pressure. Please. Please just let me click where I'm clicking. And then attack with rocket boots. Attack for 4 because of the poison. 5. He takes 3. And then I push right here. So now he's adjacent to these two. And so he sees multi-targets. And drill is done. Wave thrower, just the one over here. Let's see. He's going to see this pig, won't he? Is this the circle AoE? This is the circle AoE. So who else can he hit? He can also hit the crate. So he's going to attack the piranha pig for 1. And then our buddy. Neither of them take any damage. He does push this guy. He does push the pig for 1. What's the Clock Rusher doing? Move 3. Okay. Oh. Ooh. I do not love it. I do not love it. I don't even like it. Because now this guy is blocking. And since he took no damage, the push on this thing was so bad for me on this challenge. So bad. He actually even should have been pushed back sooner, but it wouldn't have made a difference. Okay. Wave thrower is done. Oh no, that's the Clock Crusher that makes leaf. Deathwalker, we're going to move the Shadow 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and attack the Clock Crusher with Fleeting Permanence, or Fleeting Dusk. So it's attack for 3. We will Eagle Eye Goggles it. Okay, it does 4 damage. We can also hit the Mine Snipper, so we might as well. Attack for 3. It does 6. And it will wound. That's actually quite good damage. I forgot to spawn the odd guys, but that was just this round. So, Elite Claw Crusher D, Normal Wave Thrower E. And then I believe it was a pig. A normal pig at F, right? One normal pig. Oh, at each F. So we spawn pigs there every round. This would change things a little bit, just slightly, because at 13 speed, they would have moved up. So after the Mine Snipper, but this guy would have gone here, and this guy would have gone here, and this guy already would have been here. So the Wave Thrower would have pushed these guys and attacked them with disadvantage, which actually means that it would have walked back here, and so Deathwalker can hit it as well. I know it did no damage, and it pushed for 1, and so then just 1 more attack, and it does 1 damage and pushes. And then that means Deathwalker, 1 more strength and attack, it does 4. Not bad. And Claw Crusher... Actually, it doesn't matter who is marked. But I think we will leave the Claw Crusher marked. Because that's who the scout is going to be hitting. Then... Now we get the Claw Crusher. So he sees Pig as his primary focus. So he goes 1, 2, 3 to hit Pig and our buddy. And now... Now we can't end next to him next turn. Currently. We need the Pig to have moved for some reason. So this guy does attack for 4, attack for 3. He does 5 and 4. Okay, we lose if our buddy dies. Initiative 99 for the purpose of focusing. He moves each round. I guess I could have pushed the Pig this way, and then he would have gone over to hit me, but I don't have any jump on Banner. And I don't have any way to move a shadow and teleport over there. But if this guy dies, I can teleport over here on Deathwalker. That might be the play. Yeah, that sounds like a good play. Okay. The scout gets to attack with push. He would hit the Claw Crusher and then the Mind Snipper. So it is attack for 3, 4 because of the poison. It does 2 damage, which is very good. And then over here, attack for 3. It does 3. And pushes 1. This guy can't be pushed. There's a scout over here as well, right? Oh, this guy was faster. So he would attack here and then here. So I think the first one was 3, which would deal 1. And then the second one was a +1 into poison, so that would deal 3. And both these guys get pushed back. Then now we will do the damage over here. So attack here and attack there. +1 and +1. I don't remember. I think this guy takes 1 more. And then, so this is attack for 3, 4 because of poison, +1 to 5, -2, he takes 3. Beautiful. So now this guy dies to wound, which means we can just go late on Deathwalker and we'll get a shadow and we can teleport to it. Dang, I don't have a shadow next to me. So I can't do Deepening Despair bottom. But that's okay. We'll go late and we'll teleport next to the shadow. This is an even round, so we get 2 elite pigs at F. Man, I know I messed this one up last time too. I just completely screwed up all of the stuff that you're supposed to do. I didn't give these guys their turns. I think this guy would have gone this way and he would have just attacked stuff at AoE. And then this guy had move 3, 1, 2, 3, like this. We'll just hope that that's, you know, right enough. I guess I'll just move over here and I'll just grab this chest, right? We'll do bronze plating. We'll give ourselves the shield. Permanent shield 1, and we can't do move abilities, so we'll move first, although it would move and stun us, so then we can't do bronze plating. That's fine. We'll move and stun ourselves. On Deathwalker, we'll go late. This guy will die, and then we'll teleport over and help our buddy. And Banner Spear, long rested here. Definitely don't think that I'm getting my formations, but we'll drop Javelin. Although maybe Javelin would be my best bet. Let's see. I want big damage into Pig, which we've got pincer movement, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. Are we an ally to this guy already? C, is the artificer an ally to us and an enemy to all monsters? Okay, cool. First time anybody ends their turn adjacent to him, we read the thing, and if no character has ended their turn adjacent to him, By the end of the 12th round, the scenario is lost. Okay, so we're on good shape. We're on good pace. Banner Spear has move 4, 1, 2, 3, then attack with pincer move. So it's attack for 6 with muddle. Big damage. Big damage. We get 1 shield and it does 6. Actually, you know what? Let's also go ahead and Stonewall Potion to give ourselves a ward and Energizing Baton. Oh, I'm not an ally to myself, so I can't give it to him. It's fine. Claw Crusher goes fast and just dies to wound. And then I didn't do these guys' attacks last turn, so they probably should have killed all the pigs. But honestly, nothing happening over here matters. This entire side is completely insignificant, other than Drill can pick up some loot. Let's see. I mean, this guy should have attacked both of these guys, so let's just say they each took 2. And then this guy should have attacked both of these guys. No, he should have hit Drill, so let's just take, like, 4 damage. And he would have gone here and hit this guy for some. And then now they set shield and retaliate. And that guy died, and this guy set shield and retaliate. Something like that. Drill will just move onto the chest and pick it up. Random side scenario. I'm not sure if I've done that one. Okay, very nice. And we stun ourselves because we had to move 4. So we go pressure down and we stun ourselves. Oh no. Pigs, this guy just hits Banner. Attack for 3. And it'll deal 1. And then these guys just hit the ones they're on. So attack for 2. It does nothing. Attack for 2. It does nothing. Attack for 2. It does 1. Yeah, it does 1 because of the poison. And then there are a whole bunch of pigs up here. So this guy... They would go like this. This guy would hit Banner. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They both would hit Banner. So 2 attacks for 3 into Banner. We take 2, which is very lucky. Oh my gosh, Mind Snipper. Attack for 1 into 2 targets and then command them to attack in initiative order. So they both would attack Banner Spear again. So attack for 1, attack for 1. It does 2 and 0, and then we get 2 attack 3s into Banner. So Banner will take 2 damage and lose 1 card. We have armor too, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Mind Snipper will die next turn. The Scout move and attack. So it's just going like here to hit Banner. It would do 5, so we'll block 5. And then there's a Scout here as well who goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and attacks for 4 and does 2. Something like that. I know I didn't do it right. I'm very tired. But that's okay. We should have gotten a shadow over here when we killed that guy. We can place it right here and then teleport adjacent to it with Forceful Spirits. And let's attack for 2 into the pig right next to us. Just a melee attack. It will kill him, which gets us another shadow. Then we end our turn adjacent to our buddy, which I believe is going to make him start walking to G. From now on initiative 99 each round, the Artificer performs move to heal oneself, focusing on moving towards and occupying either G. Return to the previous thing to see the spawns, and we win once he occupies G. So he wants to move 2 to get there. We just need to move a shadow. I guess I need to move it 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he would see 1, 2. So I would like to move 2 shadows. I would like to move a whole bunch of shadows. I didn't bring Rest and Shade, did I? I don't think I did. Yeah, Rest and Shade would be really good here, but not quite enough. And then the Wave Throwers summon Lightning Eels. There's just one. And we can put it up here because he sees the pig as his enemy, not me. Oh, there should be another Wave Thrower here. And this one's elite. That's good. I was really hoping that we could get another monster type in this scenario. Drill just long rests. Deathwalker literally just wants to move shadows. I would love to move a shadow into the corner so that I could go there. And I need to move a shadow this way. Unfortunately, I can't just, like, create a shadow over there. If this thing just moves 3, 1, 2, 3, that's not enough. Because we need to spawn 2 more pigs up here, which is kind of crazy. I don't know how they expect the buddy guy, the buddy old Powell guy. He literally can't walk through. It's completely walled off for him. I don't know how they expect him to move to and get there when they're spawning so many pigs per round. And then we get a Wave Thrower and a Claw Crusher. But we have Deepening Despair, so I guess I just short rest and I move a shadow for 5. And then maybe I just move a shadow for 3, and then I Deepening Despair. I would have to lose Forceful Spirits, but that's okay if I do. Okay, cool. So I'll Dark Fog and do what with my top? I guess Fluid Night could kill, which could be good. But then I lose a shadow that I want to keep. What does Banner Spear have? We have Let Them Come, which we can use to heal, which is really good. So I think I just go fast, I come down here, and I do Let Them Come. And then that means that this guy is low, and it's definitely possible to kill him. And I guess if I kill him, I get another shadow out of him, right? So we'll do Fluid Night and Dark Fog. Banner Spear suffers from the wound, comes down here, attack 2 poison, attack 2 poison. Dang it. No damage, and then 3. But on the bright side, we do get to heal 2 and heal 2. But that no damage is really bad. I guess, is heal 2 applying a positive condition? I don't think so. Eel will attack. So this one hits Drill. Eels are on the Lurker team. And then the other eel is going to hit a pig. So we get a -1 and then a +1. Deathwalker, I'll eat this shadow to attack this guy for 6 with Fluid Night, so we need a +1 to kill. I'll attack him with the Frenzy Potion, so everything kills except for miss. Cool. This guy dies, which gets us another shadow right here, I guess. And we'll move this shadow for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the box is going to start going this way, unless they come down and wall it off again. But it should be fine. Pigs all just stand still. So this guy would hit the eel, attack for 4. It does 5. And it wounds. Then he heals for 5. These guys, I just don't even know. It doesn't matter. I'm not doing all that. Like, that's so way too much. Scout. Where even is a scout alive? This guy? He backs up and he attacks and it misses and it pushes. And then Claw Crushers. I'm not going to worry about those guys. There's not a Claw Crusher over here. This guy sees 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he definitely goes this way. And they'll just attack Drill and kill him. Drill still has plenty of cards, so I can go up in pressure after this rest, because I'm not going to get hit anymore, I don't think. Yeah, Wave Throwers are melee, so I can still do a move 4 jump and get a loot next turn. Wave Thrower multi-target is this. Okay, it's the Cleave. So I guess this guy would go here to hit these two. So attack for 1, attack for 2. That's not super significant. He does deal 4 to this one. And then Mind Snipper dies to wound, which is nice because he was hitting with stun. And there is no more Mind Snipper. And then Drill does his long rest. So we'll remove the poison. We go up in pressure. We'll lose a card. Let's just lose 2 more cards just for the sake of it. And then we'll just Rocket Boots and pick up the 1 loot here next turn. Deathwalker, we just move Shadows for 3. Oh, Buddy Old Pal Old Guy would move 2 and heal 1. So we need to hope that he stays alive, but I can move Shadow here, Shadow right in front of him, Shadow here. I guess that means I also want to kill this Wave Thrower this turn, which we're relatively likely to do with Black Barrage. And that way I can get another Shadow right here where Banner Spear is, so that Deathwalker can go 1, 2 to pick up the chest. Or Banner Spear can just pick up the chest on the following turn. So that's not super significant. There's no way for me to get the Mastery here, I do not believe. Let's see. Using my ally, though, I could Unbreakable Wall and hit these guys, so why not? I can also force my ally to move back, which I think is good. Lightning Eel, this one just dies. This one hits Drill, and it'll make Drill lose a card. Claw Crushers just stand still and shield. Cool, those guys are almost dead, and they attack, but nobody cares. Drill will move 4 and loot, and that'll be Drill's final turn. Deathwalker, Eat the Dark, gain an experience, attack this guy for 3 with Black Barrage, and mark him. And now he dies at the beginning of his turn, and we can move Shadows for 3. So move for 3. I'll just leave this one right where it is, and move this one for 3. Then Banner Spear is going to attack with Unbreakable Wall. So attack the guy right here, and then the guy above him. I think this one takes 4. He gets pushed. This guy dies, which gives us another Shadow. And then Banner Spear has move 2, move an ally 2 to push this guy back with combined effort. Pigs are going to come up and hit Banner Spear. They have less moves, so this guy would go 1, 2, 3. This guy would go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Banner Spear gets attacked, I guess, for 5, 5, 4. Boom. 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 And then the Scout just hits it multi-target, and it doesn't matter. And the Wave Throwers summon again. Oh, this was a normal, not an elite. Doesn't matter. We'll just say that Drill is exhausted. Banner is exhausted. This guy has move 2, but he can't move, so he just heals 1. And then... You know what? I needed to put a shadow on top of him. Okay, well, I moved a shadow down here. And so then now, as long as he doesn't get immobilized, which I don't think... Do pigs have a move and immobilize card? I'm not sure. But once I Deepening Despair, he will see this hex as being adjacent to this one. So it just doesn't really matter. Okay, pigs are standing still. So Deathwalker will set all shadows are adjacent to each other. Then I've got move 3, but I will only move 2. 1, 2. Going through this shadow since you can walk through allies. And then I get the chest. Scaled armor blueprint 68. On the next 3 sources of two or fewer damage, negate the damage. Okay. Just a blueprint, so whatever. But that's fine. Pigs stand still, which means they're not hitting the guy, and even if we summoned more, they would just be standing over there. And so then at 99 initiative, he'll jump over here. I don't know how you get through this scenario if you don't have a Snowflake or a Deathwalker, because those are the classes that I've had the 2 times I've played it. I guess Banner Spear also would be really good because I get to grant move as well, which is something I could have focused on. Like, rather than moving him back, I could have moved him in. But this is a very narrow corridor to fight pigs through. This is an awful level. I really like the first room, the way it starts you surrounded. And then I generally like the boats. Like, the layouts of boats are generally pretty good. Because it's like a unique shape for a room, and there's normally like a mast in the center. The difficult terrain and the barrels work nicely. But yeah, no, the spawning at the end and it being split focus and there being so much going on, that's just an awful level. And I know I did not do things right, but I'm way too tired to care. And this is just one of the cases where, like, having Deepening Despair on Deathwalker it really, really breaks things. Deathwalker's really good in this scenario, and I went all the way from here to here without ever going more than a move 2. So I like that. I also never exit a room with loot tokens unless you count dying, but I don't. I probably could have focused hard and tried to get pickpocket at the end here. There was this double loot pile. I probably could have, while the lightning eel was here or something, I probably could have moved 4 and gotten it, but I didn't. It's fine. We win. So we will just, oh, I still got 5 loot on Banner and 4 on Drill and 2 on Deathwalker. I guess I had to get a lot of loot because of the Miser in the first room. Oh, whoops. There are 2 triple tokens? I guess there are. It was 4, right? Yeah. And then 2. Show me big money. We know it's not a triple token. I guess there weren't any herbs because this is not in, or because it's in town. What a disappointing loot deck. Wow. So 5, they should be worth 4, right? Yeah, gold are worth 4. So that's 20, and then 1 wood, 2 hide. No, that's 2 wood, 2 hide. That's good at least. Well, no, never mind. I wanted metal. We got 42 gold. That's something. We did not get gold on Deathwalker, which would have been really nice. 1 metal, 1 hide. Metal's good, though. Although I really just want gold, I think. Because I think I am going to grab that Staff of Eminence, and then I want a Cloak of Pockets, and I want a Glorious Bracelet. So that's 50, 30, 30. I need 110 gold for the items that I want. So we're very short. Very short on that. We did get Slowpoke. We did get Miser. We did not get the other one. So we get to grab a perk here. We'll just get rid of the final -1. That's really good. Then there are no -1s left in the deck. Because we just have that one. We still have a bunch of zeros, but we will get to turn the zeros into curses. Probably after the +2 darks, and then zeros into curses. And then it's just an amazing attack modifier deck. We got 2 over here as well. Didn't get to this one. We didn't do any of these masteries. We didn't even get a single triple hit on that mastery. And we definitely did not place or remove a shadow each round. But that's okay. We get to read the end. Really? Damage an even building between 71 and 89. Why? Why? You get the spectacled stranger to safety, but he seems more agitated than grateful. They have taken it, all this precaution and planning for nothing. The sea vomits up a couple fish to take it like a lowly bunch of sand pirates. Doesn't this frozen chunk of ice of a town have a guard? He straightens up his finely woven tunic and attempts to calm himself. I'm sorry. Yes, thank you for your help. I would surely have met my end if it were not for you. My name is Leray, an artificer of the Storm Society, and I'm appreciative of your assistance. Leray extends his hand in greeting, and you take it, noticing the Valorath is adorned with various contraptions, and his pockets are overflowing with strange instruments and trinkets. In all fairness, I believe I may have attracted this aquatic aggression. You see, my research led me to this area, and a piece of an artifact that I believe holds the power of an ancient sea creature. Well, the Abelai would call it a god, the Leviathan, but I prefer to use more scientific terms. It was a gargantuan creature at the apex of the ocean ecosystem. Leray adjusts his glasses. Anyway, the limited history I have been able to uncover hints that the pieces of its scales, 3 in total, have been separated and hidden away in this area. I found one of the pieces out on an island in the biting sea, but I may have stirred something up with the Abelai when I did. They are now very keen on recovering the power of their Leviathan, and are very angry that someone else would be messing with it. Add to that the fact that lurkers are keen on not letting the Abelai get a hold of the power, and this is the end result. He gestures around at the trashed office. Now that the Abelai have one piece, I fear they may now go after the others. And don't let me tell you, you don't want them to get a hold of the Leviathan's power either. This whole outpost would be... Leray pantomimes a huge snake emerging from the ocean and crashing down on Frosthaven, complete with sound effects. I'm close to the location of the second piece, but it will take some time to pinpoint it and organize an expedition. Damage any even building 71 to 89, gain 10 XP each, 149.5 in 5 weeks. Honestly, I don't even necessarily want the XP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 149.5. Damage a building, even building 89 to... Okay, workshop, we lose any 2 resources. Whatever. It wasn't wreck, so it's just damage, so it does not matter. We lose 2 of that, and we're done. We did, for the most part, remember the Beguiling Force. So that gets us our first Town Guard perk. Did this stay? Nope. Still all kinds of messed up. And, I don't know why it only has 2 available here, and just, totally random things removed. I don't understand. Okay, so these unlock scenarios, and I want to play the scenarios that I haven't done before. So I guess that means that I grab the perks in the order that I think is worst to best. So maybe we'll just do bottom to top. We'll do 192.1. Oh, and we got the Lustrous Pit, which I don't think I've played before, so 171.2. 192.1. Relic, 79. Alright, yes, I understand. Satha, the mayor of Frosthaven, is surrounded by a group of a dozen people clamoring for her attention outside her cabin. Most unusually, they're still dressed in their night clothes, oblivious to the weather. Satha catches your eye and waves you over, with an exasperated sigh. She asks the crowd to fill you in. A young woman in a nightgown with bloodshot eyes speaks up. We had a dream, a bad one, all together, cogs spinning, the fog of darkness mixed up with the pull of fear. It's all jumbled up, but the machine is calling. It needs someone to go out there, out to the ice, to free the relic, to carve away the cold and pull it from its bed, retrieve the relic. The others speak in eerie unison. Free the relic, retrieve the relic. Satha narrows her gaze in uncharacteristic concern. Another townsperson speaks up, a nervousness about him. It said it wouldn't let us sleep until we freed it. You have to help us. You'll help us, won't you? Unlock 79. So not a scenario that I have played. Oh, it's these ones, the two that are by themselves. We get a sled mission. Okay, cool. I do not mind that. We might... I think we're going to play Sunless Trench next, because we can do it. I should just do it tonight. We're only an hour 36 in. Honestly, I thought that level took a lot longer. I think I'm going to do Sunless Trench just right now. Because why not, right? No. Let me just get this going. All right, so let's try to finish town quickly. And then we'll go play another level. So we've got another thing to look at. I think it was 171. Yeah, 171. But I'm very excited to be getting more levels I've never played before. You look down at an ancient sheet of stone. Hardly the riches and jewels you were expecting. But there on the stone, faded, yet still complete, is a painting. A landscape. As if painted using the tip of a stick or a claw. And despite the crudeness, the details look familiar to you. You could probably find the place this painting depicts if you searched long enough. Lustrous Pit 108. Yeah, I don't think I've played it. I think I did unlock it in my previous playthrough, but I just didn't play it. Done, back in town. And we can go ahead and delete stuff now. Yeah, I think we got everything we needed from this. Scenario 1, delete map. We put the battle goals back already, so we pass a week, and this will give us 135.1, which should unlock the Sunless Trench. Pinter Droman, the premier tinkerer of Frosthaven, leads you to a large storehouse situated just behind his workshop. He collects himself for a moment, then throws open the doors with a flourish, announcing, "A bathysphere, my friends." What you see looks like a tiny spherical prison. A glass and metal orb lies on a pallet in front of you, equipped with 2 crude propellers and a pair of clockwork arms. Inside it sits a number of rubber suits with glass fishbowl helmets. These suits are connected to the complicated machinery of the orb through tubes in their heads, and are meant to be deployed from the main bathysphere when more maneuverability is required, Drummond explains. You're not sure what to make of all of it, but Pinter's enthusiasm more than makes up for your reaction. He runs you through the machine's functions, explaining how to adjust the internal environment, how to draw in air through a small outboard port and store it inside. All in all, it looks sturdy, but that does little to calm your nerves. You pay the tinkerer the rest of his fee, and shortly after, the bathysphere is mounted onto the ship. It's time to set sail once again. Sunless Trench 42. Which is one of the dumber scenarios in the game, I have to say. It's going to be two of not the best in this one, but that's okay. We passed a week. We get a winter outpost. There, down to the left. The mining camp foreman points your way towards a narrow opening in the rock wall. Was just some scratches 2 days ago. Now it's a whole cavern. A miner said it's been growing every day. He figured it was the night crew. He refuses to go any further into the passage. We don't have a night crew. You toss a torch into the dark chamber, and it casts light onto the cavern walls. Long finger-width marks carved into a full room. In the middle of it, a stone pillar looms ominously, seemingly chiseled by claw out of the rock of the mine. This is precisely the sort of issue you would happily pay a mercenary to deal with. So the question is, how much? Demand a healthy but not excessive flat fee up front, or demand that you're paid based on whatever it is you have to wind up having to clear out of the room. We will do option A, healthy but not excessive flat fee up front. 20 gold and 3 metal and remove winter 13. Very nice. 13? 20 gold and 3 metal. So let's just give that all to Deathwalker. Because she has definitely gotten the least loot of the characters. But that is very, very good. Very, very, very good. That's done. Daytime, so Drill will spend 12. And we'll just get 222. Actually, no, we wanted some metal on Banner, I think, for her helmet. So we'll give those 2 over there. The garden flips over. We definitely do not need blesses for this level, so we are done with daytime. Downtime, we should not... No, we did not level, but Drill will level on this next scenario. We'll get... Oh my gosh, Drill's gonna get the fabled at least triple perk from this next scenario. But maybe even a quadra perk if we get a double checkmark goal. You will see what I'm talking about. I guess we're done, and we really don't need to buy anything on anyone before we go play the next one. So let's just go play it just real quick. I guess I can technically build a building. Is it... Okay. 0 of 12. Build... 0 of 12 buildings. 71, and play it to the end. And just own a whole bunch of everything. Cool. So maybe I don't want to build a building. I wouldn't mind building the mining camp, I guess. Trading post we can't do. Craftsman we can't do. Jeweler we can't do. Temple the Great Oak we can. And Enhancer. Let's do Temple the Great Oak. 363. I think that's easily affordable. 3, and then 6 metal. I think we had a bunch in town. 5, and then the carpenter makes it cost 1 less. So that'll get this up, and it just gives us 3 prosperity, which is what I thought. But now we just need to build. We can just upgrade the 3 base buildings. The 3 resource gathering buildings. And that will... Oh, we can upgrade the garden, too. I just didn't notice because it's upside down. Okay. Well, we should have... Let's double build and upgrade the garden right now. 333. We'll lose 2 morale. That's fine. We need to lose 3 and 3. And we'll just lose 2 of that. And then the garden has now also been upgraded. And now we just get the 2 herbs every week that we have planted, which is really good. And it doesn't matter that it was upside down because we'll just get it next week. anyway as soon as we come back, and we get a prosperity. Beautiful. So yeah, mining camp, and then that gets us to 6, and 6 lets us upgrade the craftsman, and upgraded craftsman has one of the items that I really want. We still haven't been getting any snow thistle. It's okay. When we come back, we're going to 2-for-1 flame fruit for snow thistle to buy the boots that I want for drill. But let's just go play this level real quick.